My name is Mike Bamboo, and I'm a photographer, and I'm the creator of AuxGod. I was born here in Canada. I was born in Toronto. If not, I would have been born in Jamaica. No, I think my great aunt came here first, and then she got my grandmother, and then my grandmother brought all the kids up. They just wanted to leave and just have a better life for themselves, and they had the opportunity to leave, and that's how we became Canadians. Growing up in Canada, I mean, I wanted to do everything I saw on TV. I wanted to be a comedian, actor, doctor. I wanted to be like everything that I saw that I thought was interesting on TV. I just want to do anything, everything I can think of I want to do. And like, as I grew older, I kind of just refined what I really want to be, and it was just, you know, like an artist and a creator. That's what I really, really want to be. Looking back on my childhood, because I'm from Caribbean parents, they always wanted us to like stay in school. Even though I really wanted to be an artist my whole life, I was always forced to be really serious with my education. You know, just like I think every immigrant parent, they want you to be a doctor, a lawyer, you know, something along those lines. Growing up, I was always like focused to be in school. Even though I wanted to be an artist or a creator, I always had to like put school in the forefront of all that stuff and kind of put that on the back burner until 2-2s came later and I was able to just focus on what I wanted to do. I mean, the opportunities here is like, it's pretty much endless, right? Versus being in Jamaica. I don't think being in Jamaica, I would have the opportunities to kind of bounce around with my ideas as much. It's almost like a farming system. You know, if you're doing really well in school, then you're probably destined to be this. Or if you're doing really poorly in school, you're probably destined to be this, you know? But being here, you kind of have all these opportunities, and kind of the world is your oyster. Especially as a first generation Canadian, you see that. Even though your parents are telling you that you have to do this, when you see everything else that's available to you, you kind of realize that I may not have to be the doctor or lawyer that you want me to be. You know, I can be like a fashion stylist, or I can be a writer, or I can be an actor, and those things seem possible. After university, I got a job working at Rogers full-time. I was working there as a bilingual business analyst. So I was doing a lot of finance work, crunching numbers in Excel. But at the back of my mind, it was like, I always wanted to create. And growing up, it was either writing, drawing, you know, drama. Those are things I really wanted to do. While I was working at Rogers, I actually got laid off within my 8th year of working there. And then at that point, I was like, I'm done. Like, I don't have to do this anymore. I don't have to fake this. This is not even what I really want to do. Waking up every day at 7 o'clock in the morning to put on your dress shirt and dress shoes when it's not something you really want to do, it's like soul crushing. Like, it kills you a little bit. After that was finished, I remember sitting in the meeting with the HR lady, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I'm so happy." And then she's like, "Do you need like a drive home? I'm like, "No, I'm fine." This is like one of the happiest days of my life. I remember looking at her and I said, I would be more upset at this moment if I dropped a plate of food on the floor. And she kind of looked at me like I was crazy. Because I think a lot of people before work, you know, people had responsibilities. They had kids, and you know, they have homes to take care of, and they had things to pay for. I don't have any of those things. So for me, it was like a new start at life, and a life that now I could just put my own efforts towards and do what I wanted to do. While I was working full-time, I was also shooting as a photographer. I was doing both. And then once I got laid off, I was like, I'm just gonna be a photographer from now on. Like, this is what I really wanna do. This is a job I can do for free, and I love doing it. So it didn't feel like a burden, you know, shooting anything. It was always just so much fun. Once that happened to me, I was like, I'm never gonna go back into something that I'm not 100% feeling at the moment. So the challenging situation in that was, once I got laid off, and then you realize you're not getting paid every 2 weeks, and you're like, how am I gonna make this work? You've always wanted to do this. The universe is like, all right, you wanted this, go make it happen. But the thing is, like, when you're a creative, there's no blueprint, there's no rule book, and you kind of have to figure it out. I remember just waking up every day like 3 o'clock, going to bed at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and just kind of being like sorry for myself. And I was like, nothing's happening. Like, a lot of people don't shoot in the wintertime. And it was like around like October, November now, and I was like, man, what am I gonna do? I've had a job for 7 years, 8 years, and I had something every week. And then not having that was like, what am I doing with my life? I never thought that I would go back to a 9-to-5, but it was more like, I need to stop feeling sorry for myself, suck it up, and figure out how to make this work. And then I really started to figure out like marketing and making videos and editing on my own, just so I can make myself presentable and get myself out there in front of clients, and really figure out how to advertise on my own, and the psychology behind advertising, what made people buy. And that gave me some purpose. And then once I did all that work, I started putting what I worked into reality, and then I was starting to book clients. And then I was like, okay, cool, like, I got it now. This is fine, this will work. After I did that for so long, I I'm probably in shooting now for about 10 years, and the last 2 years I've been working on the game, and that's kind of helped me do something completely different. Boldest decision I'm the most proud of. To a certain degree, just being super stubborn, seeing your severance pay go down, and you're like, no, I gotta stay with this. And this is probably with a lot of entrepreneurs, it's probably like a good thing and a bad thing. You believe in yourself so much, you're almost so stupid that you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it until you feel that point where you're like, it's working. And I think that's probably the most happiness I found, is that I stuck with it and it's working for me now. Just looking back, I haven't had a full-time job since 2014. Even if I have to get a full-time job in the next year, at least I know that I made it, and I did it for a good 5 years and it worked for me. One of the other bold things I'm really excited about is about 2 years ago, I started this product called AuxGod. And what AuxGod is, it's a card game where 2 teams battle each other by playing music from their phones.
And they're gonna battle for the best song to cards that I wrote.
We're gonna have a battle, folks. We are gonna have a battle, folks.
Play your fighting entrance song, let's go.
So let's say I draw a card, and that card says, play a song about your past relationship. Everyone has their phones nowadays, and they have access to music like on demand, that you just plug an aux cord into your phone, and the 2 teams will battle for the best song. So I've been doing that for the past 2 years. How that came about was because I was at a friend's Canada Day party. I was playing music on a Bluetooth speaker, just kind of having fun and just playing old school songs for everyone to enjoy. And a guy came up to me, he asked if we can have a sound clash, if we can have a battle. We started battling back and forth, and the hosts of the party were just kind of throwing out categories. And I went home and I thought, that was really fun, and that was amazing. And I wonder if I made a game like that, if I can bring it to my Christmas parties, and my cousins and my sisters and all their friends would have fun playing it. I just kind of started making it the next day. I Googled and I couldn't find anything like it on the market, and I said, I'll just make it. Just something I had like a spur of the moment idea about making is now touching like people all over the world, and everyone's enjoying it. Honestly, it's crazy to me because I thought that I was just gonna make something that was just gonna be played at Christmas and at Thanksgiving. And now people are buying it all over, which is, it's like humbling to see, So when I hear the quote, I didn't come this far to only come this far, what comes to my mind right away is that my parents came from Jamaica, Canada, and we have all this opportunity. And if I don't surpass them in whatever it is, like maybe it's making more money or influencing the world or making a difference, then everything that they've struggled for, coming here with nothing, it's almost like I've wasted my opportunity. You gotta, I think, push the rock farther than what they were able to do. And I think that's something that it's really deep into me and my sister's hearts, that what we try to do every day. So something I would share with the youth that I think is really important is, when I was growing up, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I had ideas of what I wanted to become, but I never put those ideas into fruition, and I never really tried. And I think growing up, you can be distracted by so many things. And if there's something you really want to try, or something you really want to do, or you're good at, try to double down on those things. By the time you hit your 30s or your 40s, you're gonna be an expert at those things. And there's gonna be a lot of people who are entering at their 30s, at their 40s that you can give guidance to. So whatever it is, especially in the creative field, if you have something that's like a burning desire for you to do, start doing it right away. Don't worry about your friends. Don't worry about like what your parents say. You really have to do what makes you happy at the end of the day. And you just gotta really like just buckle down and just start doing whatever you wanna do. My name is Mike Bamboo, and I didn't come this far to only come this far.
Didn't come this far to only come this far. I never let anybody tell me who I am.